Hello and welcome to the video where I'm going to show you every single book that I have read that I have on my bookshelves. Will that be interesting? I guess we'll have to see. So every year I do this video where I show you every single unread book that I have on my bookshelves in that moment in time. I've been doing it for years now because I find it really fun and I can go back and see what I didn't read and what I have read, etc. It keeps me aware of what I've had for 300 years. So I really like doing those videos. So today we're kind of doing the same thing. It's the exact same format of video. I'm going to show you a book one by one and we're going to count somewhere at the top the books that I have read, that I still have here. I've read, I think according to Goodreads, it's like over 600, maybe 650 books that I've read in my life. It's not correct because I don't count like children's books. I only started counting when I was like 16 or something. I don't remember, or 15. I started using Goodreads like when I found out about BookTube, so maybe 15 or 16, I don't remember. I'll leave the actual time here. I'll show you my Goodreads history, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna backtrack. I'm doing this video because I think it's interesting seeing what people have read and what they have on their bookshelves. So it's kind of like a bookshelf tour, but only the books that I've read, I guess. I'm gonna do as I do with my physical TBR. Like I said, the only thing that I'm gonna add is the star rating of the books. Spoiler alert, I mostly keep 3.5 stars and up. Anything below I usually don't keep unless it's part of like a collection or a series or something. That is the intro. Maybe it was long-winded, I don't know, but that is what we're gonna do today. It's gonna be hell to edit for me, but I'm filming this way beforehand, way before I have to post this, so hello. I'm not including the books that I have read in April because then it's gonna be really confusing. So all the books I've read until March of 2025 that I own will be here, and I also have some books at my dad's house which will be at the end, and I'm gonna have to do that some other way because I don't have them. So yes, that is the gist of it. Let's get into it because it's gonna take a while for me, so let's go. In the shadow of a wish, in the shadow of a hoax, in the shadow of a dream, in the shadow of the truth, and in the shadow of a vow by Macy Aurora, A Court of Crows by Eliza Eveland, Renegades, Arch Enemies, Supernova, Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, Wires and Nerves, Gone Rogue, Heartless, and Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer, A Sorcery of Thorns, Mysteries of Thorn Manor, and An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, Nimona by Noelle Stevenson, Illuminae, Gemina, and Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, Nevernight, God's Grave, and Dark Dawn by Jay Kristoff, The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, The Assassin's Blade, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty, The Wrath and the Dawn, and The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh, Every Heart a Doorway, Down Among the Sticks and Bones, Beneath the Sugar Sky, In an Absent Dream, Come Tumbling Down, Where the Drowned Girls Go, and Across the Green Grass Fields by Seanan McGuire, The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey, or Corey, I don't know. Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of Full Metal Alchemist Omnibus Collection, Volume 1, 2, and Volume 3 of Little Witch Academia by Trigger, Volume 1 and Volume 2 of My Brother's Husband by Gengro Tagami, Princess Ever After by Katie O'Neill, Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, and Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare, Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, and Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco, Fortuna Sworn by KJ Sutton, The Shadows Between Us, Daughter of the Pirate King, and Daughter of the Siren Queen by Tricia Levenseller, Scythe, Thunderhead, and The Toll by Neal Shusterman, The Night Circus, and The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, Warcross, and Wild Card by Marie Lu, To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, Volume 1, 2, and 3 of Komi Can't Communicate, Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of Watakoi by Fujita, The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang, The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, Girls Made of Snow and Glass by Melissa Bashardoost, The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, Strange the Dreamer, and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie McLemore, The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg, The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, Coraline, and The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, furthermore, Witchwood, and A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahera Mafi, The Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, and Final Offer by Lauren Asher, The Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, and Bride by Ali Hazelwood, Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, Get a Life Chloe Brown, Take a Hint Danny Brown, and Act Your Age Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert, The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary, Black Flamingo by Dean Atta, Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks, I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, The Unhoneymooners, Autobiography, In a Holidays, The Soulmate Equation, and Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren, Book Lovers, and Beach Read by Emily Henry, The Hating Game, and Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne, See You Yesterday by Rachel Lynn Solomon, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia, How to Win a Breakup, and Tahira in Bloom by Farah Heron, Tweet Cute, and When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, Only Mostly Devastated, and Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez, Since You've Been Gone, Save the Date, The Unexpected Everything, and Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson, Shipped by Meredith Tate, Dungeons and Drama by Christy Boyce, Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Heartstopper, This Winter, Nick and Charlie, Radio Silence, and Loveless by Alice Oseman, Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins, With a Fire on High, The Poet X, and Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, Honey and Issue's Guide to Fake Dating by Adiba Jaigadar, Birthday by Meredith Russo, She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Derrick, Slay by Brittany Morris, You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson, When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandia Menon, On the Come Up, and The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills, I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver, Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake, Geekarella, The Princess and the Fangirl, and Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, Mindfuck by S.T. Abbey, Battle Royale by Koshin Takami, Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp, The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, Wilder Girls by Rory Power, The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, Sadie by Courtney Summers, Neverworld Wake by Marisha Pessel, and final book, Murder in the Family by Kara Hunter. I forgot to mention The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. And I'm filming this like 10 minutes later because I've noticed. And now, it's time for the books that I have at my dad's house. I will have to do a voiceover for this part, so enjoy.
Caraval, Legendary, and Finale by Stephanie Garber, The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout, Fangirl, Carry On, and Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell, Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen, The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry, Yes, No, Maybe So by Becky Albertalli and Aisha Saeed, Everything, Everything, and The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge, The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, Divergent, Carve the Mark, and The Fates Divide by Veronica Roth, Because You Love to Hate Me by a bunch of authors, Aragon, Eldest, Berzinger, and Inheritance by Christopher Paolini, The Selection, The Elite, The One, The Heir, and The Crown by Kiera Cass, Red Queen, Glass Sword, King's Cage, and Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard, City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, City of Heavenly Fire, Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows, Queen of Air and Darkness, and The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. And that's it, folks.
I'm sweating profusely, if I say so myself. Did I film this on a day where it's 25 degrees outside? Yes, I did, because I'm stupid. But those are the books that I currently own on my bookshelves. Whether they're at different houses or not doesn't matter. Some of these may disappear because I do frequent unhauls without showing anyone. I only show at the end of the year my entire unhaul of that year. I already have like 20 books that I'm unhauling, which is sad. But I do have some books on these shelves that I am considering unhauling, so they might disappear, but it's not that many books. So yes, the current amount that I have, I don't actually know. I think it's maybe 200. I'm not actually sure. I know that it's pretty parallel to the amount of books that I have to read, which is 180 something in my video. It's still like 180, 170 something, so nothing has changed. But those are all the books and the ratings and stuff that I will leave on the screen, because editing me is gonna have a lot of work to do after work, which is great. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, because I will not be doing it anytime soon again, because it's not really gonna change all that much. It's just gonna have the books that I read each year, which you probably already will know if you watch my videos. If you don't, that's fine. I will maybe redo this in a couple of years, maybe 4, 3, maybe 3. But I'm gonna give it time, because otherwise there's not gonna be much change. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next weird video. Bye!